Hello everyone and welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate Prowler only. Last time we took on Yukonlos, and the time before that we took on a Cantor. This time we'll be taking on our final two urgent quests in 10-Star Village. The Nakarkos and the Amatsu. I think we'll go ahead and tackle Amatsu first. That sounds pretty good. Of course we've got our thunder weapon equipped, and we'll go ahead, head up to the quest board and see what the quest will be taking. Stormlord has us once again slaying an Amatsu like we have before in the Sacred Pinnacle. Alright, Amatsu, we've done this song and dance before. It is pretty much a floating Leviathan skeleton. Once we deal enough damage, of course, it will go into its second phase where it will be very AoE spammy, which is fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's a pretty fun fight, and it's very atmospheric since it is a final boss monster. I believe Yukonlos and a Cantor, I want to say they were one. I'm trying to remember. From Freedom Unite, a Cantor was the final boss in Village, and then Yukonlos was the final boss in G-Rank Hub. I don't remember exactly, though. I haven't played that game in a while, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Of course, they're not the most atmospheric like this one is, or even something like Dalameter or, you know, Gogmazios, but they are certainly formidable opponents. Either way, for Amatsu here, we're just going to go ahead and chip away at it while we're trying to get our boomerang buffs. Okay, now that our buffs are active, I will say this, if you're using, not necessarily cat piercing, because, you know, cat piercing is different from bowgun piercing, and also this is not, in the later games, or piercing, I believe, is a little bit better for element, shot tops on the bowgun, but fire element, I believe, has larger hit zones all the way down the body. Thunder is the best at the very highest, but it is also worse than fire at its lowest. And it doesn't have two terribly high spots. We're going with Thunder since it is on the face that it is the strongest, and the face is what we'll be aiming for anyways because the face is also a weak spot. But fire is pretty good for consistent damage all the way down, especially if you're having trouble hitting that face. And for, especially in later games where piercing element ammo is pretty good and pretty easy to just kind of pierce a long monster like this. I know it is only in Rise, and piercing element I don't believe is as good in Rise as it was in World, but it's pretty, I'm not 100% certain it would be better, but I'm thinking it would be pretty good. Again, we don't know for sure. I'm not a set builder. I don't do the meta calculations or anything like that. All right, it's enraged now. We'll look for a chance for Mega Boomerang since we do have Go Fight Win. We'll just kind of keep it at bay here and throw some attacks at it. This looks like a great chance. Hopefully it targets us, looks at us. Yes, good. Should get a flinch maybe off that. No flinch, but we should actually be setting up for another flinch then. If you hit one Mega Boomerang, I say it depends, honestly. Especially on later ones. Even if you hit one, you might not actually get a flinch off on the next one. In Village, it's a pretty consistent thing where if you hit one Mega Boomerang on a pretty good spot that's weak, the next one should flinch. We might actually try to go after that and see here. All right, good. And that should hopefully flinch. Never mind. Well, there was a flinch. I believe that was from a part break though. Again, I'm not, you know, professional at this, but in general, in my experience, so long as you hit a good chunky weak spot with a Mega Boomerang, the next one should flinch. Thinking something like Rathalos, where it has an incredibly weak spot on its head. Very easy thing to headlock with. My actual soothing rolls are free here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use it and wait for him to do his little vacuum suction there. Don't want to dodge into that. I'm actually trying to dodge backwards there, but directional influencing is very weird sometimes. Kind of forget what my settings are. Get hit by the roar there. That is fine. We'll just go for some attacks here. We'll go for a spin. Actually a little greedy, but we don't get punished by it, so that's good. You can break the chest. You can also break the horns twice, I believe. So that's great things if you are farming its gear, just to get more chances for item drops. All right, we'll see what it's gonna do next. Oh, here's a tackle. Yeah, we were a little greedy there. I wasn't sure if he was gonna just reposition or what. Throw a boomerang here, see what he's gonna do next. Actually got a flinch from that, so that's pretty good. Go for that face a couple more times. Thought he was going into the air. He's just doing a high pressure water beam. It's not actually exploding. I believe that whenever he does go into the sky, it explodes. So he's doing his suction again. I believe a Mega Boomerang actually should knock him out of it here. Not quite. He might actually get hit by this though, unfortunately. That's fine though. I'd rather get damage off just because it is high rank. I'm not really too worried about dying here. And more damage is going to go a long way since they do just have less damage or less health. Actually, I believe we got a heartbreak on the arm there. Very nice. All right, we got to go fight Win again. I'll look for another chance for Mega Boomerang. There's a water spit. Hopefully he targets a cat here. He might not. He might just have a long enough thing there. I believe I hear the second phase theme and the actual effects might match that too. I don't know though. It's a pretty loud monster, so I can't really hear it very well. Yeah, I do believe I now hear the second phase theme. So we should be halfway at the very least. All right, we'll see what it's gonna do next. It's gonna do tackle. Just kind of swirls around. We'll wait and see if it's gonna combo it. Go ahead and throw a boomerang there. It's just kind of spinning, shooting out tornadoes here. Should be fine. Go ahead and throw a couple more boomerangs. See what we're gonna do next. Just a tackle. Good. Oh, got hit by the tornado though. That's fine. Chase him here. He's probably gonna tackle here. Yes. Try and punish him on the end leg there on his attack. All right, here comes a sweep at the tail. Not really in range of that. I don't believe I had to actually move from that, but that's fine. Dodge the roar. I thought it was a water spit, but yeah, they're similar animations. Looks like he's winding up and getting ready to hack something out, whether it be water or sound. Here comes the sweep. That one I was hit by, so we just adapt it. All right, here comes this again. Hopefully we'll actually be able to get this off this time. Try and pierce up his body. There we go. Nice. Go for another Mega Boomerang. Don't really mind sacrificing our piercing boomerangs if it does wear off here, but it might not. Big boomerangs wore off, but we actually get Go Fight Win, so that's nice. Would have actually thrown another Mega Boomerang there. But, oh well, this is fun too. Here come tornadoes. Just try and dodge that. Remember, those do return at some point, so don't just stick around in the same spot. All right, we'll see what it's gonna do next. It's just moving around, probably tackling. Yes, we'll just dodge that. All right, it is going up into the sky now, so this will be a good chance to dig, but I believe we'll just go ahead and see if we can actually dodge this stuff. We're at full health, so it shouldn't one-shot us, so I think we'll be fine. There we go. Oh, we did get hit by it, though. So we are two-shot by it, but we do have Acorn, so we should be fine. All right, it's going to drop down now, so we'll heal that water blight off, that very icky water blight. See a tackle here. Just dodge into it. Go for a piercing boomerang. See what it'll do next. It's just kind of repositioning. Remember, it comes to a tackle. Usually it comes to a tackle. It's actually probably going to... What's it going to do here? I thought it was going to scream. It's just taunting here. Okay, now it's going back up into the air. We'll try and dig here. Just avoid any of those water beams. Again, I don't remember if these actually tremor you out of the ground. They might. No, they don't. Never mind. We're completely fine. Which is weird since it does pierce into the ground. You think it would hit you, but you're completely invincible in here so long as you're not hit by a roar or just a tremor attack. All right, it's going to drop back down. We'll just go ahead and try and punish. All right, here comes more water beams. Dodge that. Remember the sweeping one? A little too early on the dodge there. I thought it would immediately go out, but it didn't. Actually dragged it towards us. All right, good flinch. Keep going for that face. It should be down pretty soon here. Another flinch. This is what headlocking would be like if we could actually keep it up, but we won't be able to. We're a Prowler. Prowlers can't really keep up that headlocking unless you have like Mega Boomerangs and are able to just kind of stun lock a Rathalos with Dragon Element, which is pretty nice when you can do it, but that's not really too often. Of course, outside of fringe cases too, you can't really do it with hunters anymore. Kind of tripping over my words again today, but that's not really out of the usual. I know in Monster Hunter 1, like the Lance was an amazing weapon for just headlocking in general, but later on, Greatsword got to really be the few weapons that could consistently do it against some monsters like Rathian or Rathalos, like I said before. Though, again, most weapons can headlock a Rathalos pretty simply, but Greatsword had a pretty particularly easy time with it because it had crit draw and things like that. I'd like to see what you're gonna do next, bud. Maybe a tackle? No tackle. Just trying to wait and let it do something that'll give it some long end lag. There's a roar. Could have dodged that, but I didn't. Here comes a spin. Don't want to be too greedy there. I was fiddling around with the item bar too much. I couldn't actually mash B there to dodge. All right, good. Go ahead and apply piercing boomerangs here. I might... No, never mind. He's not focusing on us. I was going to say I might actually do a soothing roll, but we didn't actually have to reposition there. Go ahead and throw a mega boomerang out here. Maybe that'll get a flinch. Very good. Go for another one. Okay, we'll actually block that attack. So we'll wait for these tornadoes to go by. Maybe get another one off. That would be nice if we could. We do have to reposition pretty quickly, though. Oh, never mind. There we go. Amatsu is down. Took about the same time as Yukonlos, I believe. Where's the quest info? There we go. A little bit more, I think. Actually, it might be very similar. I don't know. Either way, I'll go ahead and carve Amatsu up and meet you back at base. All right, we're back to base. I'll go ahead and swap out our weapon for a dragon one. And we'll go ahead and take the quest for Nakarkos. Once we get through this dialogue, Grave Peril has a sling in Nakarkos and Wyvern's End. Go ahead and take the quest. All right, now this version of Nakarkos starts in the regular, or not regular, I guess the, I don't know, turtle mode? It's the defensive mode, whereas the, I believe, higher rank hub, if I'm remembering my words correctly, starts off in its offensive mode, where its face is actually showing. So we'll actually be able to chip away at its arms here. I believe it still takes regular damage from the arms. I could be wrong on that, though. Nakarkos is very, very much a damage sponge, and takes a very good time to defeat. Even though this is high rank village, it probably will still take a little bit, because we do have to chip through its HP to get it to show up, and then we'll have to knock it down and take on its weak point and things like that. Of course, we technically, I believe, still could kill it in this mode, but it would take quite a while. All right, we've actually knocked down both of his tentacles. Pretty nice. Again, we're just chipping away at it. Nothing really too special here. We'll be able to throw a mega boomerang here. This is a great spot to where if you want to hover it, it's pretty good for just kind of hovering that one spot. Since, you know, it's really the only weak spot he does have. Go ahead and try and just damage it there. And remember, you can reach it with your boomerangs, but you will be having to pierce through some pretty bad spots. We've actually already broken the back, which is pretty nice. I believe he will actually pop up out of the ground with his face once he does appear again, though he's just kind of doing an intermediate attack here, or intermittent attack here. Just wait for his arms to kind of do their thing. Don't want to get too close because he does have the lasers. Now we can actually approach and do some spins on him. Since we've already broken them, they'll be at full health again and we'll have to chip through them again. We'll see what he does, though. He hopefully should go up to... Okay, no, he's doing his little turret mode. He'll go off on the side here and just kind of run off to the side, shooting out little mucus globs. So just got to make sure we're not too close to that. Maybe want to try to aim for that weak spot again. All right, there we go. We've got the weak point to show again. I'm not commentating very much because Nakarkos is not the most interesting monster. Again... Like I said last episode, something like, or actually I didn't say it last episode, I said it during Amatsu. Something like Amatsu, literally just what I said, or Dalameter, Gogmazios, there's also Sharashvalda, Xenojiva, well, even Xenojiva is a bit like this, where it's just kind of a boring fight. But those more cinematic monsters are also engaging. Nakarkos here is just like, dodge the tentacles, and then attack its face, and then once that's done, run up on it and take the weak spot. It's for sure trying to be a spectacle, but it's just, you know, it's not the best. I don't hate it, but I also don't love it either. You know, I like the music, I like all of it. I do have a soft spot for it because it was my first final boss in Monster Hunter, but it has its downsides, and it certainly isn't the best of the best. It's just kind of there. Similar to like Jin Marin, it is kind of a siege fight without all of the siege mechanics, which I appreciate. I'm not the biggest fan of siege mechanics sometimes. You know, loading the cannonballs, shooting the stuff, just watching the monster slowly move about. At the very least, you can fight this guy with your main weapon, and I appreciate that for sure. But most final boss monsters, if not all of them, are not siege monsters. Only ones I can think of are like Narwa, where it does have those little sections where you can use the ballista stuff, but it's a lot, or not a lot better, because you do have the, like the machine gun ballista or something like that. But you do have the ability to attack it with siege equipment. But that's different because, you know, it's just a final boss. And similar to this, you do have siege equipment you can attack with. Alright, we'll watch this Brachydios head here. Again, that does apply slime mold to you, so be careful. And it also just does kind of explode if you are too close to it. Keep throwing boomerangs here. We'll try to break it. I believe we did actually break the other tentacle. I'm not really paying much attention here. Watch the slam. Threw another slime mold down. We actually broke the little augmentation off on his tentacle there, but we haven't quite broken the bones off there. Hopefully we can get the bones off eventually. He is just kind of stun locked in place here. Alright, we'll go ahead and maybe attack the head. We have actually broke the, or not broke, but we dispelled the mucus. There's a mucus back though, so we'll just kind of get back away from it. Alright, I believe his other tentacle is back out. Hopefully we can deal enough damage at some point to actually get to his weak spot. Gonna spin here, a little too close to that beam. I thought I was just hanging on the edge of it, but that's fine. Go ahead and get through this. Do a soothing roll, break out of the bones. Here comes a slam. Just dodge into it. Nice. Cats get the break. That's good. After we get enough flinches, he should fall over. I will just go for the face right now, though. Go for a spin. Good. Nice. And if we're gonna keep attacking him while his mucus is gone, we should be fine. Do a little hat slam there. Kind of looks like the bill of a hat, which is cute. I don't hate the design of the monster either. It's a very interesting one. You know, it's very, very, very unique, though most final boss monsters are. Nice to finally get a knockdown, and we'll be able to throw a mega boomerang here. It honestly might be better to just go off to the side and throw it and hover it in there, but we'll go ahead and throw this here. Because once we get that thrown out, we can actually just start doing melee spins. Dodge forward, throw a couple more. Dodge forward and throw 1, 2, no spin though, that's fine. Not gonna complain about that. A couple more boomerangs there, do a spin on his face. And he's going to dig. He might actually go back into his defensive phase. I'm not sure, we'll see. Nope, he's still up. Okay, that's good. That's the last thing you want, is for it to just go back to its defensive phase, because then it's just gonna take a little while before you can actually start hurting it again decently. He is in his kind of enraged or amped up dragon state, so he will be able to shoot out his giant rainbow colored laser. I believe it's rainbow colored. I might be wrong on that though. I don't remember. I know his hat is rainbow colored. Kind of the dragon element type thing. It's like all of the elements combined or something like that. Keep attacking this tentacle here. I actually got a flinch, so that dispelled some of the mucus. It's just red actually. Alright, we'll attack here. Spin in. As you can see, since there's no mucus, we don't take damage right up against his mouth, and this is a very easy spot to just attack. Nice, to get a flinch there. We're at... I don't know if I want to do that yet. We'll just run up to him and start throwing this. Alright, there's one. Out now. And there we go. I believe that was actually the fastest one of the Elder Quad, I guess would be what it's called. So, yeah, I thought it would take a lot longer than that, but it didn't. Remember, high rank monsters do have less health, or high rank village monsters have less health, but yeah. Either way, Nakarkos is down. We just got really easy access to those weak points a lot of the time. Either way, I'll carve him up and meet you back at base. Alright, once we're back to the Sanatorium, we will talk to the Adventurer, and we have one final urgent quest. We'll go ahead and see what it is. I don't remember actually what it is, so we'll see what monster they'll have us hunting. Probably, if I had to guess, a Latrion? Yes! A Latrion! I believe we will save that for next time, though, because that's a pretty big challenge to tackle. Either way, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a comment below and maybe even consider subscribing. Until next time, bye.